Welcome back to the Triston Dunn Show. I am your host, of course, Triston. I bet you thought this show was over. I bet you thought we weren't coming back for another year. But boy, were you wrong, because we're back. So let me catch you up on what's kind of happened and why it's taken until now to post a catch up video. So, number one, we got NFL tomorrow, boys. It's time. We're finally back into the grind. Prime betting season is here. We got the U.S. Open finishing this weekend. Tennis will probably wind down a little bit, but then you got NFL kicking off this weekend. College football kicked off last weekend. So let's talk about what happened. You're going to notice you're watching this show on a different channel on YouTube. That is because the Triston Dunn Show has now moved over to Coach's Call on Tap. The reason for that, we took all of our shows and put them all in one spot so that way they're easy to find. You'll be able to just browse the channel and watch what you want to watch. The format of the show is going to change a little bit because what we're going to end up doing is on the channel, obviously, we're going to have the Coach's Call NFL Pick'em, where we have me, Coach, Donnie, probably have some more regulars this year on the show. If you're from the Discord, Puff is also going to be on there a lot, most likely this year. And if you're also from the Discord watching this, anybody can come on there, and anybody can come on the show and talk with us, talk sports. It's a good time. So, yeah, that being said, if you're coming from my Facebook account or my Twitter account, wherever you're coming from, if you were subscribed to the Triston Dunn Show YouTube channel, please go into Coach's Call on Tap, hit subscribe. Everything will be here now. Also, real quick before we get into what we're going to talk about is TikTok. Go to Coach's Call 0 on TikTok. There's a lot of stuff going on over there. You have Coach posting daily. He's posting his picks. Donnie's posting pretty regularly. I'm getting ready to start posting regularly because NFL's here and do some like oddball tennis stuff, like probably some challenger and whatever. I don't know what tournaments are here to finish out the year, but we'll be betting those too. Baseball is fixing to come to an end in a few months. But yeah, so definitely hit the TikTok, and then on the TikTok, if you want to become and join the Discord and get in there and bet. We do live plays. We do all kinds of stuff in there. You can also get in there and do that as well. The link's on the TikTok. Oh, that was a mouthful. So, yeah, Triston Dunn Show is here now. So let's talk about the new format of the show. So what we were doing before was pretty much covering the whole slate and then recapping the slate and then turning around and doing it all again week after week. And while it was fun, we're going to do it differently this year because I'm on the channel with the other show. What we're going to end up doing is I don't want you to sit here and listen to me talk by myself about all the games and then turn around and listen to us talk about it all again on another show. So what I'm going to do is pick some of my favorite games of each week. And I guess you could say break them down, but I'll talk about some of my favorite bets for that game. Probably talk about some fantasy football over here this year too. I'm running 4 leagues myself. Coach's Call also has a league, but that's something we'll probably keep up with on the other channel. So, sorry, not the other channel, the other podcast. So, all I'm going to talk about in this show, it might be a little shorter, but we're just going to talk Thursday night football. We got the Lions going to Kansas City to start the season, which is tomorrow. Okay, let's take a breath and let's pull up the betting site. So I had a bet that I absolutely love in this game. The problem is this line has moved a lot. So you have Kansas City. Let me see, Bovada. You have Kansas City hosting the Lions tomorrow. I'm sure they'll do the Super Bowl banner unveiling tomorrow at Arrowhead. And yeah, everybody. So I can't tell if the Lions are a public play or not. I haven't dug deep enough to figure that out. And I don't know. Like, cause you see a spread like this and you think Kansas City covers this with ease. Well, I think not. I loved the Lions spread at 6.5. I'm not in love with it though at 4.5. I'm not gonna lie. That being said, though, I've been saying it all week since these lines kind of because lines for NFL come out about a month or so out, and they're gonna move and fluctuate, obviously depending on signings, injuries, training camp, things that are happening preseason. So the lines are gonna adjust and move all the way up until like week 1 is actually here. So I'm not entirely sure what this line opened at, but I know earlier a few days ago, so it was 6.5. It is now down to 4.5. Um, Travis Kelce also got hurt in practice yesterday. He hyperextended his knee. I think they would be foolish to even let him think he can try and play. It's only one, like week 1. Don't put him out there and let him make it any worse. I'm a Kansas City believer. I want to say that outright. I've been high on Mahomes. I'm high on the Chiefs and everything that they've been doing. I'm high on Andy Reid. That being said, though, I really like the Lions this year in totality. I think they win their division. I think that they end up being very competitive against teams like Kansas City. And we're going to find out tomorrow if what I'm thinking is true. I think Dan Campbell's onto something. I think Jared. I saw somebody say Jared Goff is a really bad quarterback. You obviously didn't look at his stat line last year because his stat line last year was pretty nuts. So I'm going to play my favorite bet. My favorite bet that I like to play in primetime games. I like to take whoever. So the way I do it, I take who do I think is going to cover this spread at whatever it is before kickoff. So I like the Lions to cover. I do. I like the Lions to cover at minimum. I even am probably going to sprinkle money line if I'm being honest, like a half unit. Um, then I'll take the total. Do I think it's going to go over or under? I'm a big under guy in prime time. I Sunday night football, Monday night football, Thursday night football. I will bet the under 9 times out of 10. It's very rare that you'll see me betting over. So what I'll do is I'll take the spread. So I'll take 4.5 Lions, and then I'll hit the under on 52. Then I'm gonna tease it. Is what I like to do. I'll tease it 6.5 points. I'm sorry, 6 points for minus 120. And what that's gonna do, if my computer will work, it's not what to cooperate today. But yeah, so what that is gonna do is it then going to take your. Sorry, guys. I'm having technical difficulties. So that's going to put you at Lions plus 10.5. I do not see the Lions losing this game if they lose this game by more than 10. I think they keep this game close. That puts your under at 58. I would be shocked if this game even. I think the original under hits. Under 52, I think it hits. I would be blown away if this game goes over 60 points. I mean, I could be wrong. That's why it's gambling. But this is a play that I love. It's a 6-point teaser on the Lions and the under. I almost usually because like I have a hard time with primetime games picking a side, picking just one total, unless I just like have that gut feeling. So I love playing a teaser. And it gives me some points to play with. The odds are pretty decent at minus 120. You can throw 120 to win 100. Throw a unit to win. What is that point something? So yeah, the other thing that I was looking at was player props. I really like Jared Goff. I think it's passing yards. So what I didn't know yet because the line wasn't released was the total on that. My computer is not wanting to work today. It's not giving me a scroll bar. There we go. So let's find out what the passing yards are for Jared Goff. And it's going to make me keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. Okay. So Jared Goff is at 258 yards. I think he clears that. 258 yards, he clears it. They have Mahomes set at almost 300 at 286. I don't know. Especially with Kelsey being hurt, I don't know. Like that, I'm not one of those guys that's going to tell you Mahomes doesn't have receivers. Uh, but what I will say is it doesn't look great with Kelsey not being there. I think he's still going to throw for 200 to 220, but he doesn't have that guy. Juju's not there this year. I think Kadarius Toney's a little banged up. They say he's going to play, but I think he's a little banged up. I'm telling you, I like the Lions this year. I think the Lions can catch the Chiefs slipping here. I really do. And so that I think is what we are going to cover today, and that is going to be all. We will probably do another episode in another day or so. I'm going to try and get Rick on here with me, and we're going to cover probably my top 3 or 4 games that I'm looking at this week. And I'll have my Panther rants. That's coming. Honestly, I probably need to do a whole entire episode about the Panthers just for me because I got a lot to say about them fuckers. Which we had some good things happen this offseason that I really liked. We got a bad thing happening right now, though, with Brian Burns. I'm hoping that gets kind of worked out, but that's neither here nor there right now. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the like, comment, and also go to TikTok and check us out over there. You guys stay tuned. Big season incoming. See ya.